Fulton County's embattled elections director is heading for the door. Richard Barron resigning today.
How'd you know?
Barron, in his resignation letter, wrote of the intense scrutiny and threats to our personal safety.
Time's running out, Richard. We're coming after you and every motherfucker that stole this election with our Second Amendment. Subpoenas be damned. You're gonna be served lead, you fucking enemy communist. You will be served lead.
Rick Barron and his staff have received hundreds of violent threats since 2020 from people who believe the Republican message that the presidential election was stolen from Donald Trump.
You ought to blow your brains out, you piece of shit.
If you have a hand in this, you deserve to go to prison. You actually deserve to hang by your goddamn soy boy skinny ass neck.
Election officials across the country are reporting feeling unsafe and are quitting their jobs. But when we met him in July, Barron said he wasn't going anywhere.
I think at this point I've decided to stay because, you know, if I leave, I think the conspiracy theorists, they win.
A few months later, he's left his job and moved into a new apartment.
I said I wasn't going to leave because the conspiracy theorists would have won. But one of the things that I started finding is that little things were stressing me out in ways they hadn't ever before. And it was almost like PTSD.
Have the death threats impacted your decision at all?
Well, my daughter learned about them. I mean, she doesn't even like me to go out and walk my dog without telling me to be careful and that I might be a target. And so it starts to weigh on you. I have to think about myself, how it affects my personal life.
It's been a rough year. I can imagine all you have been through, and it's kind of just building up.
You just run out of energy. And it isn't really even the people that make the phone calls. It's the leaders. They aren't leading anymore. I think they're cowards and hypocrites.
Do you think law enforcement should have done more when you were reporting these threats?
You know, I think at some point, law enforcement needs to step in and stop the harassment of public workers.
Barron did report the most serious threats to the Fulton County Police Department. These included emailed statements about what his staff and their family members were living through. One staff member said her mother was doxxed and called racial slurs. Another reported that people showed up to his house. And another received a call that people with guns were coming to, quote, kill all government workers. Fulton County Police have not opened an investigation into any of these incidents. So we're heading to a Fulton County elections warehouse, and we're going to try to get in touch with some of the people who made threats to election workers. And as you can see, there's still security parked out here to kind of safeguard this warehouse, even a year after the election. So some of these people that left threats did it by voicemail, and they left their phone numbers. So we're going to try to give them a call back and see if they pick up. So this person called from an Atlanta area code, and we're going to listen to the threat.
Hey, Rick, I'm one of your constituents here in Forsyth County, and I watched that hearing yesterday, and it's quite alarming. I guess, what is it, tar and feather? I don't know what we do these days. Is it firing squad? Is it hanging for treason? Ooh, boy, you better run. That's all I got to say. Hello?
Hi, my name is Alexis Johnson. I'm a reporter with Vice News. We're recording this phone call, but I wanted to get in touch with you about a call you made to Richard Barron regarding the 2020 election last year.
Yeah, you'll find out. I got to pass, though. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Alexis Johnson, and I'm a reporter with Vice News.
At the tone, please record record your message.
So give me a call back if you will. Thank you. Right.
If you feel you've received this message in error, please.
Oh, somebody's calling me back from Tennessee.
Hey, I'm calling back somebody that called me about some election or something.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you for giving me a call back. My name's Alexis Johnson, and I'm a reporter with Vice News. Yeah, well, I was just calling to talk to you about a phone call that you made to Fulton County election workers last year.
Yeah, I think I'm like every American that's watched elections get decided the night of, and then I watched Georgia, and you can't tell me that the people that were doing what they were doing caught on video were not doing something dishonest.
When you called Mr. Rick Barron and said that we're watching you all closely, can you describe like what you meant by that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We were watching video feeds the whole time. We know what they were doing.
Do you think it was the right thing to do to call some of these people and leave voicemails that they might have felt was threatening and they might have been fearful?
That's on them. You know, when you're a public servant, you've got to be ready to stand up to the scrutiny of people. Then I would say that if you've done any nefarious actions, anybody that's threatened by what I said, you're only threatened because you're guilty.
This is John Johnson, right? I just wanted to confirm.
If you'd like to confirm that, you can.
Okay. So this person called from Indiana and left this voicemail.
Either you're blind or you're crooked. So figure it out, buddy, because which side you going to be on when the shoot starts, brother?
Hi, my name is Alexis Johnson. I'm a reporter with Vice News. I'm recording this phone call. Can I ask you a question?
You know?
Why?
What's that?
What made you call into Georgia? Are you a Georgia resident? What made you call in?
I was watching One American News, and they put his phone number on there, and they said, give the man a call.
What did you mean when you said, figure out what side you're going to be on when the shooting starts?
Because what do you see coming? You know what happens when they defund the police?
So when you said when the shooting starts, you didn't mean as a direct threat to the people that work here?
See, that's exactly where you're going, and I figured no.
No, I just wanted to clear it up because I mean those were the words, and that's how some of the people that work here were taking that threat. They were pretty fearful.
Well, when you got people saying it's time to take the police off of the street, what choice do you have at that point?
Looking back, do you regret that at all?
No, I stand behind what I said. Ultimately, if you can sit right now in this country today and say that all of that was legal, that was the most secure, I mean, I don't know. I watch One American News. It's on in the background as we speak. I was never really a Trump supporter, but ultimately, they've turned me into one.
Mr. Risner, is it?
That's Reisner.
Mr. Reisner, I'm so sorry. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. In Georgia, it's illegal to threaten bodily harm against someone. It's also a federal crime to threaten someone online, by phone, email, or engage in stalking. But the problem lies in investigating and prosecuting those threats. In a statement to Vice News, Fulton County Police said, quote, while many of these comments were upsetting, they did not rise to the level of a threat from a legal perspective. Vice News spoke with a former Justice Department official who said that law enforcement might not be able to differentiate threats of bodily harm from protected political speech. Election workers across the country reported hundreds of threats, and only a handful led to any arrests. What message do you think that sends if these people that are sending these threats don't ever get held accountable or don't ever see a police officer at their door?
Well, if there are no consequences, they're going to keep doing it. I think it just encourages them and it enables them. So in 2024, people that heard from no one who made these calls, they're going to feel emboldened to do it again.